Welcome to a new edition of the Neon Jazz interview series with Chicago-based jazz pianist JoAnn Daugherty. She is coming back to Kansas City for a gig at the Art Factory in Overland Park, Kansas on Saturday, April 16, 2016 with her husband, drummer Ryan Bennett, and with KC jazz bass legend Bob Bowman. JoAnn is gearing up to release a brand new album in 2016, and she spoke with Neon Jazz about this new journey to Kansas City, this brand new album, and more. Dig it, my friends.
Well, let me ask you this before we get to the Kansas City portion of this. Give me an idea of what's going on with you lately.
Look, I have a record that's going to come out soon. Soon keeps getting pushed away a little bit because I end up going on the road here and there. I've been out with Motown the Musical for a while, which was great fun. A joyful bunch of noise making with that. And playing jazz gigs in Chicago.
Talk to me about this new album.
I'm going to put this out I'm on my own label. I'm real interested in kind of accumulating my own body of work in one place. So that's how I'm going to go from now on, which is, how things are going anyway. It's cool. I think of this as a really invitational kind of record. It is all about put this on and enjoy it, not be challenged by it or anything else. It's that, that feeling of when you had a favorite record and you just wanted to hear it again, it's that thing, It just, you put it on, it feels good.
Let me ask you this. You're coming back to Kansas City. You're going to play at the Art Factory with your husband, drummer Ryan Bennett. Talk to me about this trip and how it came about.
I want to spend more time in Kansas City. Kansas City is a very special place to our hearts, and we want to get back here and play more often. And we had a family celebration coming up, and reached out and talked to Bob, and reached out to all our friends and hey, what can we put together? And that's how this Art Factory thing came about. Bob's having a birthday, and he said, well, how about we do this? That's what's going to happen. So it's right around Bob's 63rd birthday. He's a living legend here in this town, and not just here, but people all over the country know who this guy is. And he's, as good as they get. We've really gone from, my husband and I both were here back in the 90s when we were much younger, earlier in our careers, and just looked at Bob as this titan of the scene, he was a real hero to us, It's a real honor to kind of have, swum through the currents of music long enough to get to play with him as just a friend,
You're going to be playing with your husband here in town. Talk to me about how often do you perform with him on the stage?
We met in 1997, I think, playing some jazz out at the Powell Gardens, east of Kansas City. We've been playing music together ever since. He was in UMKC at the time, and I had already graduated from college and moved back to Kansas City to find my way in the world, We just kind of formed a musical partnership early on, and then that grew into a life partnership. So we've always been playing music together, which is really, really cool.
Thanks for sending the music and giving me a heads up.
Okay, take care.
Enjoy your visit.
Thanks for listening and tuning in to yet another Neon Jazz interview, where we give you a bit of insight into the finest players in Chicago, Kansas City, and spots all over the globe, giving fans all that jazz. And thanks to JoAnn for bringing her jazz to Kansas City and for all that music. If you want to hear more interviews, go to Famous Interviews with Joe Domino on the iTunes Store or visit theneonjazz.blogspot.com for all things Neon Jazz. Until next time, enjoy the music, my friends.
Neon Jazz.